Wait, you wouldn't let Al on first for this?
What are you doing?
What am I doing? I'm just causing trouble.
Down there.
Yeah, briefly.
Goes there and it's not going to get on.
Something is an extension.
That's it! I like that.
Are you good?
So what do you think about today?
Exciting. It's real exciting.
What's it mean for the neighborhood?
Less traffic during 5 o'clock rush hour, but it's going to be odd not having the trains go through here anymore.
It's going to be on TV.
Yeah, we can.
It's a neat mark to a historical event that we don't have a train anymore going through the middle of town. And I live like 2 blocks from the train, so I'll miss it a little bit. And my kids will miss seeing the train out the dining room window, but it'll be nice not to be waiting in traffic also.
So what do you think about the trains ending?
What do you think about the trains ending? Dad, go ahead.
Yeah, pretty nice.
Is it going to change your life any?
Just probably sleep a little bit better.
Great. Get them out of here. About time.
Where's your house?
Right back here? Not this guy. The White House back here.
So is it going to change your sleep schedule?
Oh, yeah. I'll be able to sleep at night.
You're happy about this?
Yeah.
That's tricky, isn't it? By passing out balloons.
They might take out the track, but still got the
Hello?
So why are you here today?
Because I was born and bred down here in the South End, and I've waited probably years on trains, and I'm glad to see them go.
This will change your life for the better?
I think so, yes. No more waiting. I can't use this excuse no more to be late for work.
What year is it?
28 Cadillac.
Cabbage. Yeah. And it depended upon the speed that the train went by, it would do something really cool to our bedroom window. The bedroom window just goes too slow or too fast.
Ever. I'm going to do that again.
She could not have been that bad.
So what's this mean to you guys? Is it a good thing?
Pretty good. We live right there 80 feet from the tracks.
So you're happy?
Yeah.
Do we need to distribute these confetti sticks? I guess Bill. I get one for myself.
What's your sign say?
It says Toodaloo. T-O-O-T.
Okay?
What is that?
Confetti stick.
There's more.
And don't put your finger down.
I bet.
So what's this mean to the fine city of Lafayette?
It means no more traffic jams, hopefully.
And for the citizens' safety, what's it mean?
It means a great deal. Train wrecks are not something where you usually just have a fender bender. You've had a serious problem, so hopefully we won't see any more of those.
No. Turn it that way.
Hey, Mom, give me a while.
thank all of you for coming out. This has been a long time coming. It's something that this community has worked for a long time. A lot of the people you see right here have worked for many, many years to get this project completed. And this is it. This is the last train that you'll see come down. I know you haven't seen very many in the last few weeks, and that's because there aren't any. So this is our last train. You will not see a train come down here again. So you can sleep in, all you neighbors. So, has everybody got their gizmos here? All right. Did I hear a bagpiper? Yes. All right, let's hear him again. Where is he? All right. Okay, everybody get ready. Let's give him a fling. Thank you. You don't have to worry about your kids around these tracks anymore, and we'll see you in Market Square if you're coming that way. Thanks.
What's happening here, Mr. Anderson?
I don't have it. You don't need it, pal. Yeah. Well, we're doing it. Well, we're taking the last train through Lafayette, Indiana, for the last time.
Actually, he has a new saying for his next commercials is, if we've got it, you can't afford it.
You can cut that out anytime.
Hey, what's this mean to this whole district, this whole area?
Well, obviously it means greater public safety. It means that we're able to move goods and services through this area a lot faster than we used to be able to. It means that the Indianapolis to Chicago rail corridor is now on the national map for the long-term rail planning for the United States. That wasn't one of the initial objectives, but it's been one of the byproducts, and it's a beautiful day.
Is there a sense of pride?
There is. There is. You don't often in public life get to physically see the results of work of a lot of folks, but you know, this is a terrific example of partnerships, public and private, Republican and Democrat, state, local, federal. I mean, it's the way it's supposed to work, and that's really satisfying.
Bill Roming. Well, no, Bill Roming is the treasurer and vice president of Norfolk Southern, and he is the reason we are here today. You heard me say this a lot, but rather than 4 years from now. He did the agreements that provided for the advance funding from Norfolk Southern, and you probably got some thoughts on what this means to the railroad.
15 seconds of fame.
Well, this is a great opportunity to work with the people of Lafayette. It's good for the people of Lafayette, and it's good for Norfolk Southern, and that's why we got involved, and with Liz's help, we were able to get it done quickly, and here we are enjoying the fruits of that progress.
Is there a sense of pride?
There is.
Right now, we chew it out.
So what does this mean to you two gentlemen? What does this mean to you two gentlemen?
Well, he certainly lives here. It means a whole lot to him. He's been working very hard.
I grew up here, and I said, I just hope I can live long enough to see this happen, and it's happened. So that's what it's meant to me.
Great. How about you, sir? You were certainly a big part of this.
I was wishing the same thing. I hope I live long enough and we ever get it finished. I was a slow convert, I must admit. You know, I didn't come on board very early. They had to prove me that for sure they needed it. Second, who's going to pay for it, and it could be finished. And,
any words about this exciting moment?
Well, it's hard to believe it's been 30 years, but it has been. It's a wonderful day. A great day.
Sorry, blocked your view on the west spot.
So what's this moment mean to you, Dick?
Well, it's hot. No, it's just great to have this completed. We've got lots of things to do.
because in 2 days we're going to miss the sound of the train. But not.
Okay, what did Dave really want to say here, Sue and Ms. Decker?
I think Dave wanted to say that this is a pretty awesome day and it's a great party. Great cause for parties.
So you did a lot of work on this stuff. What's going on?
Well, it's just wonderful to see because it's sort of like a reunion. There's so many folks back that have all had a part in this over the years. And most of us at one time or another said we'd never live to see this day, so it's really great to be here.
We're here.
That's eight.
Yeah, well, she's doing it right. How you doing?
What year was it that this first crossed everybody's mind?
Went to St. Hayden's Church.
Well, it goes back a long way.
Probably about 18.
Well, yeah, about 10 years after it came.
It also means
As far back as 1925, they first had some kind of a plan that they were thinking about. Then 36 and nothing then until 71. And we picked up on that and finally got her going.
Jeff Oslo.
Oh, thank you. Hey, there. My goodness. Thank you. Thank you very much. There's what we did.
What you got there, man?
Well, what a great turnout.
Sparkling.
From a great neighborhood. And I know that you will not be upset that this is absolutely the last train that will ever come down these tracks. So what do you think about that? And while you're in the mood to applaud, how about applaud these people up here that worked a long time on this? I'm talking about you. And you. So now that we've got all these voters honked off because we got the last train and we got it stopped and it's only 3 cars, we're not going to stay very long. But thank you for coming out. Thanks for everything that you've done to see this project through. Thanks for being a great neighborhood. And now everybody's got to get their little,
Oh, I want to introduce you to somebody.
Oh, who would that be?
This is Moses Fowler. He's giving you the railroad.
Oh, Moses. Moses Fowler is going to give me the railroad.
I have decided after looking over your project that you may move the tracks.
Well, thank you very much. He says we can move the tracks. So if we move the tracks, I think he's been into the slush. Everybody got these?
He makes the slush.
He makes the slush. Has everybody got these? Okay, if you do, get them up here and let's close this crossing for the last time.
There's a present for you. On behalf of 9th Street Hill and all of us, no train traffic.
All right, thank you very much.
Great, thank you. It's got a little train on it.
The sign says no train traffic, and that is a fact. So thank all of you. Now we'll let the traffic go. Thanks. Bye.
How do you think people will react to this?
Driving by on the street.
Hey, Glenda.
They do have some there. Well, but there aren't any here.
How's it going?
Oh, just one.
Pretty big, exciting day.
Big day for all of us.
I had it first.
Great. It's a great day. Yeah.
Probably a federal offense.
Well,
how are
This is going to affect the city.
You know something? I see an awful lot of good coming from this. An awful lot of good. And I think I'll leave it to you to determine what that is. An awful lot of good. Awful lot of good.
For what reason?
Tell me, what's this name mean to Lafayette?
What's this mean to Lafayette? This is one of the most historical occasions that we'll remember forever.
So everybody's historical?
Yes, sir.
As a person.
Is everybody seated? We'll take our out. We have another short stop coming up.
What happened to your
Here.
What? Let's see. I hope I don't have Dennis.
How you doing? Tell me how many people were involved in making this thing happen.
We were just talking about that. There's been an amazing hoopla committee that formed in '86 when we did the first kickoff for the very first contract. This is contract number 16 coming up. And it's a group that's been together. It kind of expands and contracts different people, but if you look, most of the people have on the little white shirts and things, and very creative, and they just know how to have fun. And it's wonderful. They've been instrumental in planning all of the parties we had for Railroad Location. I think they've totally outdone themselves on this one so far. It's really, really great.
Oh, I think this is going to be not only a great boon for the people driving through Lafayette, but it's going to be a great boon for business. I think folks that know that they no longer have to have the track stopping them will love this.
That's quite a close-up.
It is.
Designated public utility.
Where are we stopping at?
We're stopping at Ferry Street, I think. So now we've got the southern part of Lafayette, Matt. Now we're going to get the northern part. No, this ferry right here.
There's ball again.
Oh, there's
Smile big for me. Show me all your teeth.
We appreciate you as a community and a neighborhood coming out and helping all these many, many years to get this project completed. And here's Mayor Reilly, Congressman Kearns, former Congressman Pease, former Congressman Myers, a lot of people right here have put a lot of work into this project to get it done. And how about Liz Solberg?
She pushed me up here.
Tried to get rid of the former congressman there.
Oh, she's been pushing me for years on this project.
Scream over across the tracks, but that's pretty safe because there'll be no more trains. So anyway, we don't want to get everybody too mad because we're blocking traffic for the very last time. No more noise at night, right? Gizmo's ready and we'll close this intersection for the last time. Thanks for coming out. We'll see you at Market Square.
Hi, how are you? On to the square.
Thank you very much.
What's this mean for your neighborhood?
Quiet.
It's fun to find out.
Think of a terminus point, 100 miles away is your...
How many have been on the train?
Well, I wish this one was. Not this one. Maybe no trainer without one of them. There's a lot of training.
So we have an exciting speech lined up for Market Square.
I promise that it will be no longer than an hour. It's 15 hours and 20 minutes.
Her name. Well, that's all right, but you were contacted by
Well, yeah, we were contacted by a lady who was having trouble qualifying as the care provider for her son to get certain state benefits because he's autistic and she wasn't certified under the state system. And I remember her telling us a lot of things about the problems that he had, but one of them was that the trains at night either frightened him or had some effect on him that would send him into screams, and it was a terrible time for them. This woman was willing to do anything to help her son. I mean, she was the most loving mother. Fortunately, we were able to get things done. She qualified as his care provider. Now the trains are gone, and they were out here today to celebrate.
No, there's a gentleman there.
Another fun film.
I would say somewhere in the 50s.
So what are you seeing out the windows?
Oh, lots of kids waving and lots of adults. One gentleman we've noticed has walked all the way from the first stop and is still with us, going to Market Square, and he's an older gentleman. He's not real young.
Digging it out piecemeal, you're gonna really affect the whole drainage for this part.
It's tremendous development for Lafayette. It's been, in fact, I think what's exciting is that nobody's ever ridden along this route before, and here we are, because this was a freight route.
You've covered a lot of stories about how the trains have impacted the city. What have you learned over the years?
Well, the railroads are always still going to be a significant part of our community. It's just they're not going to be coming right through the town anymore, and there's been a major development there. But we have one of the great routes. With this whole project may end up giving us an opportunity for high-speed rail coming to our community. That's a great thing for the future.
So does the little girl like riding around? What's it feel like to ride a train?
Look at all the kids. All the kids are out.
I like to ride a train. I like to ride this train because it's special when I won the contest to do it. I did my personal best at school. And first time I rode in a train.
Yeah, it really does.
Disneyland train, but I haven't rode in a real train before.
Every time he goes to the bathroom, big yellow spots. Where are we headed? Where are we going?
We're going to Market Square.
What's going to happen at Market Square?
We're going to celebrate the last train.
Pretty exciting time.
Great time.
What have you seen? Are people emotional about this?
Oh, I think they're having a great time. It's a wonderful, wonderful trip.
How are you involved in the whole thing?
Well, I came in on the Monon the last time we came downtown. That's good stuff.
Yeah, we're right down here in the corner.
Look it down there.
Hello. Brother-in-law, Grace and Bob Deal.
What's happening with the balloons? What are you holding up?
Too much wind, too much weight.
This thing's going to snap right when we come through here.
Hey kids, what's about to happen?
The train's about to run through the balloons.
Is this going to be pretty cool?
Yes.
What kind of noise is it going to make?
Popping noise.
Pretty exciting time?
That's it. Absolutely.
What's going to happen?
Is the train going to go through the balloons?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a day that we've been waiting for ever since 1854, the year after the trains went in. This has been a great ride thus far, but it's going to be an even greater one. And let me introduce to you the mayor of Lafayette, Dave Heath.
Thank you very much. Well, we've finally done it. The trains are relocated. And as usual, the community is out in full support of everything that has happened in this project for the past 25 years. It's been kind of nice to see those signs around town, hasn't it? The end is here, and it really is. It is here, and it has been for a couple of weeks. This is the last train that will come down the tracks. So feel confident that you won't have to stop anymore, and you won't have to worry about someone dying at a railroad crossing in Lafayette, Indiana. Ever again. So, and besides that, did anybody think that we were going to get rained out? No! There is no way. If you can move trains, you can stop rain clouds, right? All right. To get started, let's call on Bob Griffiths to lead us in our national anthem.
Now let's all join together in singing the national anthem. That's everybody. Now sing out if you would, please. We should be getting a cue from over there. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the
like this takes money. And without the tremendous support from our former Congressman John Myers, we would not be here today. And I think you're all well aware of that. Many people were a part of this funding story, but John led the effort to secure the bulk of the federal funds that made this project possible. And John, we thank you for coming, and I know that you'll have a few words to say to the great citizens of Lafayette.
Thank you, Dave. Thank you, Mary. And all those distinguished members here at the Speaker's Dais, everyone should be up there speaking down here, too. There are so many people today who are looking around and playing such an important role in making this day a reality. But I must say, 30 years ago, I wasn't sure this would ever happen. First, about 35 years ago, I was a great supporter of it. I wondered who's going to pay for it. I wondered how it's going to be finished, would it ever be finished, and who's going to use it after it was finished. And it was interesting going along today, seeing the little kids say, how many of you ever ridden on a train? Very seldom. How many of people here have never ridden on a train? You know, it's shocking. And I guess now you're losing the railroad here, you have to go a long way to get on it. But I remember, I expect I'm the only person here that rode the last Wabash passenger train. We got two people, my wife Carol and Brian Kern's wife Lori. We were on that last train. We got on Delphi and rode through here. Then got off in Danville, Illinois, rode across our congressional district back then. And of course, at that time, there was just a little bit of talk about what might happen here in Lafayette. But I can recall you said everyone support Dave. It wasn't always supporting me. I got called everything except a nice person. It was your money we were spending. And I assured those people, just wait long enough, you will appreciate what you finally get. So today, I think we all appreciate what we see here today. And I can recall the Wabash Road here. I remember again, I reminisce just a little bit more since I'm one of the older persons here. About early 40s, coming down 4th Street, just on Kossuth Street, had an old car, going to the Purdue game. Just about halfway down the hill, the gates went down. I didn't have enough brakes to stop, so I just darted around through, and the train missed me by just a little bit. So but really, I guess what turned me around, I'll close with this. Again, Lori's with Purdue, our daughter Lori. She called one time in Washington, Dad, Mom, you won't guess what happened. I almost got hit by a train. I said to Lori, where in the world were you? What were you doing running over a train? She said, I was stopped on the street, started backing out, everybody was yelling at me. I heard a train whistle. She didn't know the Monon ran right down the middle of the street. So I decided maybe it's about time we should relocate the railroads. So I'm happy today to play just a little bit of part in it with your money. And again, thanks for each of you for coming out and supporting this. It's going to be a great asset, great benefit to the city and the community. So thanks for inviting Carol and me to join you again today. Thank you.
Let me say the most important people are you, those who supported the railroad relocation through the years, and I'm grateful that I had an opportunity to do that. Thank you.
Thank you, Jim. Without all of your hard work those 24 years, we most certainly would not be here today. And although today is the most festive and happy time, Lisa Decker, our Lafayette City Clerk, reminds us about the most important reason for undertaking the Lafayette Railroad Relocation Project. Lisa?
Good afternoon. For those of you who lived here, you will never forget what happened on May 30th, 1997, when 17-year-old Amanda Jackson lost her life in a tragic train-car collision. Although Mandy did not inspire us to move the trains, she certainly motivated us to move them as quickly as we possibly can. And today we celebrate that great accomplishment. I'd like all of you to join me for just a moment to remember Mandy and all those who have lost their lives on Lafayette's railroad tracks. Let us all give thanks that no one will ever lose their lives on Lafayette Railroad tracks ever again.
There have been many challenges through the years, but none greater than when John Myers announced that he would retire from Congress.
Make everybody happy.
And then oh, that reminds me, then 14 people decided they wanted to take his place. Well, Ed Pease won the seat with a pledge to come to Lafayette and help finish railroad relocation, a goal for a freshman congressman that was pretty lofty. But he did it. He helped us. He helped us get the money to finally finish this project, and it's my great privilege to welcome Ed Pease.
Thank you, Dave, and thank you all for the opportunity to share in this celebration. As I listened to Lisa, I found myself thinking about the kind of questions that we ask ourselves, why we're involved in public life and the things that we do for others. And you wonder sometimes how you respond to the situation that she described. Let me just tell you that if there's a lesson that's to be learned from this project, not just the physical project that was done, it's the inspiration it's provided for me, and I think I hope for the next generation of people from Tippecanoe County, a lesson in how government is supposed to work. When you had a Democrat mayor and a Republican governor, and a Republican mayor and a Democrat governor, and public and private partnerships, and state, local, and federal, all working together to get something done positively for the people of this community. That's an example for all of us, whether you're in government or not, to learn from. And so for the generation of Amanda's generation and those that are still to come, there's no better lesson than this one and the way things should be done. Thank you for letting me be a part of it.
Brian Kearns was a key member of Ed Pease's staff and now has succeeded him in Congress. Brian now holds a 7th District Congress seat that his father-in-law once held and that Ed Pease once held. I want to welcome Brian, and I know he has a few words to say to us.
Thank you all very much. This is a tremendous day in all of our lives. And you know what, I got a call from the folks in Lafayette. They said, we want all the politicians to get together. We're going to put them on a train and run them out of town. I thought, now wait a minute. But no, this is actually one opportunity. I'm glad I'm being run out of town on a rail because it will save lives. And I know when all the team, and I mean mayors, congressmen, local community leaders, and all you folks stood together and told the folks in Washington, we can save lives with this project. And I don't know if we'll ever be able to duplicate it, something like this again, the private partnership, public partnership, but I'm hopeful we can. And you have to thank your Mayor Dave Heath, because he was given the hot seat. He had to make sure we finished it. So thank you, Mayor, and all the hard work you've done in the whole community. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Brian. Norfolk Southern and CSX have been outstanding railroad partners in this, what you would have to call, massive venture. We're honored to have with us today Bill Romig, Vice President and Treasurer of Norfolk Southern Corporation. We're standing here today 4 years sooner than originally expected because of the agreements Bill worked out for Norfolk Southern to advance $9.6 million to accelerate the construction schedule. Thank you, Bill.
Thank you, Mayor Heath and Congressman Guess. It may amaze you, but Norfolk Southern is as happy to get this moved as you are. And we're delighted this worked out. We're glad it got done 3 years ahead of time. And on behalf of David Goode, Norfolk Southern's chairman, who kicked this off with a meeting in in Congressman Pease's office almost 3 years ago, we're glad that we were able to be a part of this. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Bill. John Baxter is the Indiana Division of Administration of the Federal Highway Administration, which has provided invaluable support and cooperation. John, will you say a few words for us?
Thank you. On behalf of the Secretary of Transportation, Norman Mineta, and the Federal Highway Administration, congratulations on the completion of this massive achievement. We've heard about the dates, but let's think about the dates. In the year that a need was first identified to relocate railroad tracks, Benny Goodman and Duke Ellington making their first records. When initial studies began in earnest, it was the year that Neil Armstrong first put on the moon. By the time design studies were complete and the environmental impact statement done, disco was king. And construction of the first segment began when Halley's Comet was last seen and Oprah first seen on the national level. And here we are 75 years later celebrating success. What's impressive about this effort is not simply that it saves time and reduces congestion, which it does. What's impressive is that it fundamentally changes the character of your community. The city of Lafayette is a safer community, lives will be saved. Lafayette is a more cohesive community, there are fewer physical barriers, and Lafayette is a more livable community. It's respecting its environmental and its historic resources. So, on behalf of the Department of Transportation, congratulations.
Steve Watson, Resident Vice President, State Relations for CSX Transportation, will say a few words on behalf of CSX, our other outstanding railroad partner in seeing this project through to completion.
Thank you, Mayor. When I stood on this stage in May of 1986 at the groundbreaking, I didn't think I'd really ever see the completion of this. I can't tell you how pleased we are. We thank the people of Lafayette, and we're very appreciative of not only the support of the populace here, but of the patience and dedication and leadership that you've had in your community, and particularly the teamwork that has taken place between the local and the federal people. Again, thank you for a job well done, and we look forward to working with you in the future.
The Indiana Department of Transportation has been involved in every facet of this project and has been tremendously supportive. Rick Whitney is the Chief Financial Officer for NDOT. Thank you, Rick.
Thank you, Mayor. It's my pleasure today to be representing the Indiana Department of Transportation. As Deputy Commissioner and Chief Fiscal, I'm invited to many project ceremonies, generally when they're just starting up and needing money. So it is indeed a pleasure to be here because we're wrapping this one up. This is indeed an example, a shining example of local government here in Lafayette, state government, and federal government units all working together to put this project together and complete it. Congratulations, wonderful job, hang in there.
Representing Senator Evan Bayh, we're pleased to have with us Dan Parker, State Director of the Senator's Indiana office. As Governor, Evan Bayh provided many state grants to the project. And Evan's father, Senator Birch Bayh, along with Senator Vance Hartke, were the original congressional sponsors who launched the project in 1974.
Thank you, Mayor. I have the distinction of representing Senator Bayh, and I also have a note from former Senator Bayh, Birch Bayh. He wanted to be here, but he sent a note along as well. Greetings, City of Lafayette. Congratulations on the completion of the railroad relocation project. I'm sorry that I cannot be with you in person to celebrate this much anticipated day, but you should know that I'm with you in spirit. After 30 years of relentless work to relocate the tracks, the last train is finally crossing through downtown. Lafayette will enjoy safer streets with a freer flow of traffic that will allow the city to function with greater efficiency. In addition to these benefits, the new tracks will allow rail transportation to continue its vital role in the Lafayette economy. This project means a great deal to me personally. In 1986, I was honored to participate in the first railroad relocation groundbreaking ceremony. Throughout my years as governor, I was pleased to provide the city with state financial assistance. As in the case with many of you, this project has spanned a generation in my family. In 1974, my father led the way to authorize funds for the relocation project as chairman of the U.S. Senate Appropriations Subcommittee on Transportation. I am proud of his leadership on this project and happy that we're able to help the people of Lafayette. Congratulations once again on reaching this very special day. I wish you all the very best. Sincerely, Evan Bye. To all my friends in Lafayette, I deeply regret that I'm unable to be with you to participate in the celebration taking place today in regard to the Lafayette Railroad relocation project. I can well remember many years ago standing atop the Bank One building with my friend Jim Brealey as the mayor made his best efforts to describe the location of the new tracks and what it would mean to the community. Because of your efforts, it was a privilege to be able to serve as chairman of the Senate Transportation Appropriations Subcommittee. As some of you may recall, there were several times when funds were made available. I can't count the number of times other members of the subcommittee asked, "Birch, what's going on in Lafayette?" My response was, "Don't worry about it, just vote aye." It speaks well for the democratic process that a project which was really generated by local citizens' interest and persistence resulted in cooperation between local, state, and federal branches of government. We need more of that today all across this great country. Let me close by saying how grateful I am for all of your friendship over the years. I'm comforted by the fact that even though the project is being completed, those friendships will go on through the years. Best regards, Birch Bye.
Thank you, Dan. We have some other people to thank that are sitting up here on this podium, and I'd like for them to stand. Our state legislators, please stand. Our Lafayette City Council. Lafayette City Board of Works. The outstanding engineers, contractors, and the railroad relocation staff, both past and present. Thanks needs to go to our community leaders and especially the citizens of Lafayette. This is a project that has gone on for a long time, and I know that all of you are glad to see this project completed and are proud of the involvement that this community has had over the past 25 years since this really got rolling. So thanks to all of you, and thank you for being here today. I'm so happy that it didn't rain, and I know it won't for the rest of the night, I'm sure of that. Also, I want to thank the Hoopla Committee who organized all this and have been organizing things for many years for railroad relocations celebrations. They're out of a job too.
You guys need to back up behind the tape. Back up.
Here, is that oh, who got a quarters for the last train? Huh? They look a little flat. Well, yeah. They are flat, period. Yeah. Isn't that neat? I got
Hello. Yeah. Hello.
I came down.
Tell me what happened today. Wrap it all up for me.
Well, I'll tell you the truth. I just got down here a few minutes ago, and I heard this is going to be the last train on this track, on the tracks in Lafayette, and we're having a lot of fun on it. There's so many people right here. It's great.
Well, how's it feel? What happened just then?
What happened just then, that was the last train we'll hear going through town. And I tell you, it's kind of nostalgic because I like trains, and I'm going to miss that train whistle.
You live near here?
Oh, well, I live out in the south end of town.
So what's this mean for you personally?
Well, since I'm retired, it don't mean as much to me as people that are working. People that are working, it's going to mean a lot. And I understand that it's going to save the trains approximately 20 minutes getting through town. So it'll benefit them too.
So was everybody pretty excited to see that happen?
Yeah, it was a good event.
You seem a little nostalgic for the trains.
Of course. Now you have to go out of your way to find trains to look at.
What's this little guy think about the whole hullabaloo?
What do you think of the train?
What do you think about the train?
You missed the train? Okay, he misses it too.
What does the train say?
The train says what?
What does the train say?
It was on there about what they used them for, and she said they weren't ever used.
It's really getting specialized.
Carol Meyer. All right.
Okay, sorry. Stay
Great. What are we celebrating? Tell me in case somebody's been in a cave for the last few minutes. What are you celebrating?
No more trains in Lafayette.
Does this affect your life personally?
Yeah.
Makes you happy?
It makes me happy.
So what brought you guys out here today?
Their mother works at Railroad Relocate.
And who are these nice kids?
These are Patty Payne's 3 of her children.
Oh my.
One's not here.
Are you happy about the trains ending?
Yeah. Yes.
Are you happy because now you get your mom back?
That's not going to happen for a while, Gary.
Let's get this done. Do that little kid. Give a smile at her, little one.
They know her. Bye-bye.
It's wonderful. We're just very happy and get to see old friends.
Yeah.
Come out from Washington, that's super.
You know what she looks like? I have no no, thank you.
Big train from Memphis. Big train from Memphis. Now it's gone, gone, gone. gone, gone. This train came through this old world was not the same. Big train from Memphis, gone, 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 gone. Way I was young, I spent my son. Big train from Memphis, big train from Memphis. Now it's gone, 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 gone. Now it's gone, 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 gone.
Here's the bad news. The bad news is that because of this great celebration, the producers we hate tonight.
Freight trains coming and I can't get home. Come on, sing it with me, come on. Railroad, we hate the railroad. Freight trains coming and I can't get home. One more time, come on, sing it out. Railroad, we hate the railroad. Freight trains coming and I can't get home. All right, well, that's the old song. Now that the train's out of here, here's our new song. Railroad, we love the railroad. Our gates are open, the traffic flows. Come on, sing it with me. Railroad, we love the railroad. Gates are open, the traffic flows. Come on, let's snap our fingers, come on. We love the railroad. The gates are open, the traffic flows. From the left hip to the road.
It means a lot of more time together because we won't have to stop for trains.
And we're still together.
Yeah, we're still together.
I just need to know what all I need to know about and everything.
Hi, Gary.
Here's your new chance. Tell me about the emotions for your neighborhood.
Wonderful. I live on Kasuth Street, and I travel over the 6th Street tracks, 7th Street tracks, 4th Street tracks, and 9th Street tracks. So I'm delighted. I think this is really a boom to the whole community, and certainly for the businesses of the community. No longer, as Jim says, will be able to say, oh, you know, I just couldn't make it because there was a train that kept me. Now there's no excuse to be late for any of our meetings. So we won't be using that anymore, and it's well worth not using because it's meant so much to so many of us to work on the money. I can remember Mayor Reilly and Liz Solberg coming down to Indianapolis to testify in front of the Ways and Means Budget Committee asking for $900,000 for the Industrial Rail Service Home Fund. And we were able to do that year. And that was sort of a fund that very few people knew about. And when Lafayette received that, of course, then Hammond came in, Madison, Indiana, but it certainly was a boon as a state dollar couldn't help, too. It certainly was a boon to this project in a time when we had to make federal and state matches and local matches. So this was a local match that certainly helped with the state match and the federal match. So I'm very pleased today to be able to be here and participate in this wonderful day. And I'm delighted that Mayor Reilly and Mayor Heath could all get together today, as well as certainly our state and federal people, to say, job well done, community.
What's happening here?
Having cookies.
So what's this mean to the city? What's the train stuff mean?
Don't have any excuse for being late for any meeting. Only excuse I got now is I didn't set the alarm clock. Totally never see it. That was a big step.
Long distance information, give me Memphis, Tennessee. She could not leave a number, but I know who plays the call.
Loaded right by each other, so that would be a problem. Oh, I'm getting
Nobody ever gets down.
Maddie, tell me what's happening and what's next.
I just got here, but you know what? The dinner's going to be great. We're going to dinner.
What are we having for dinner? That's what I want to know.
I don't know.
You don't know what we're
And
having
it
for
looks
dinner?
great.
You mean you saw the dinner, you don't know what it is?
The setting is wonderful.
Oh, okay.
I saw the hall. I set up the hall. It's wonderful.
Now, are we going to Maze or are we going to Maze Catering?
Maze Catering.
Okay.
On Columbia. Well, that's why we got a bus. That's why we got a bus.
Where are we headed? Where are we headed?
Bon appetito.
Bon appetito on Main. It's Maze Catering.
Oh, I'm with the Federal Highway Administration, so we were one of the partners in the project from a funding perspective. It's really good to be able to work with a community like Lafayette to make a project like this reality. It's been an excellent effort. It's probably unique nationally because a community this small really can't afford the dollars to do something like this. They really had to rely on state and federal as well as local funds to get this done. So it really has been a good partnership. It's a great success story for a city the size of Lafayette, Indiana.
What's your take on this whole thing?
It's a great celebration. No more waiting for the train. We'll never wait for a train again. I don't know what we're going to do. All our excuses are gone.
You had a song that you were singing in the
Yeah. I think it's the official song of Lafayette. It's Railroad. It used to be We Hate the Railroad. Freight train's coming and I can't get home. And now it's Railroad. We love the railroad. The gates are open. The traffic flows. We're very, very pleased.
Hey, can you find me like a 10-foot?
What are we doing? What are we up to? Are you on TV right now?
Can you find me like a 10-foot XLR cable?
Reporting live. What a grand celebration. Gotta be here.
So what is the significance of all this hubbub?
Well, it proves the government works. And big projects can get done, and people that work together accomplish things.
Will the sense of harmonious togetherness last very long?
It'll last the rest of today.
Did you have like all these books all over?
Yeah, well, yeah, check out the cookies. I'm a good cookie. Hi, sweetheart. I like your good one. Did you go to the railroad thing? Did you like it? Did you throw one of those?
I'll get better days.
No, she didn't want to throw hers.
So how's your sister doing?
She's fine. In fact, she was here. My daughter brought her over and had her in the car, so she got to see the whole ceremony.
That's my home away from home. Getaway home someday.
It's like having worked on the railroad. It's got a little... You hear it? Yeah, I've always worn that on these occasions.
What you got there, Jim?
Sure. What is this? or this?
The tie.
Well, that's my railroad tie. I've always worn that for every big occasion on railroad relocation, and it didn't play music, but I talked to a good friend, and he fixed it for me. So I wore it for this special occasion for this one, the last train. And
up on the platform, you seemed sort of choked up. Is that true?
I was. I looked out in the audience and I saw a lot of people that I knew, and a lot of people that have been involved with railroad relocation through the years. And when I did, I got choked up, and I thought, well, I'll just say a few things.
So it is an emotional time for you to see that train.
Well, it is, and all the people that supported it through the years. And a good number, of course, were in the audience too. And I remember the first meeting we had out in the north end about this phase of railroad relocation and about the new corridor. We talked to them about putting a train right down the middle of some of the streets I lived on, and I knew almost all those people, and that was kind of emotional for me. I saw some of them in the audience. But still in all, it was a nice occasion, and a lot of people supported it. And,
Thank you, Grandpa.
There you go.
I think the dog can tell time, because the news is over and here she comes.
The dog's getting...
Informative times of the project. For those that are
Great day.
My daughter keeps saying,
Not anymore. That's all right.
we just weren't able to.
I was able
So what do you think? How is today going? What's exciting?
I think it's been a lot of fun, and we've had some beautiful weather after the rain went through, and I enjoyed the speeches, especially Ed Peace speech about everybody pulling together from local government all the way through the national government, and Republicans and Democrats working together, and I think that's the way it ought to be. I thought it was a great speech.
Let's see what we got. It looks like it was a good calendar.
They said Patty is saving it.
It's because I'm such a man, he didn't even so we didn't have anything to put in there.
Does railroad relocation bring out the true love in the
Well, it's just a wonderful feeling because I know how hard everyone in the Lafayette community has worked to make this day possible. I see the joy. I see the lives that are going to be saved riding on the train, the little children along the tracks. It's just a wonderful day in Indiana, in Lafayette, and this has been a model project for the entire nation. So I think we're all blessed today, and I'm just thankful to be a part of it.
Your initials on it.
Many of them married. They wanted to get through with school and get a job.
Yeah, I think you're right.
How are you doing? All right? Pretty good. Yeah. Good to see you.
Cheers, Gary.
1974
You need to... This is
Should I give him this?
We're always ready.
Is the food guaranteed tasty?
Oh, yes.
Absolutely.
Steak and fish. Steak and fish.
Have you tasted it yet?
No,
No, they won't
unfortunately, they won't let us.
Steak and fish. What kind of fish?
I know that's
Sole.
sole fish. Parmesan crusted sole.
90 degrees, except what is the reason he's opening a job, Tom Turpin?
Do you play any special role in getting this stuff done?
Well, I started working for Kent Schutte way back when he was railroad relocation director. So we worked on it then, and then I got to be community development director. But we had a close relationship. I think the thing that I'm proudest of, if you want to know, is when Ken Knebel was director of railroad relocation, he needed an assistant. And I said to him, how about Liz? So I think that was pretty good.
This is fun. This is the community celebration. This is our way to say thank you to everybody. The city pulled all these people together. We've got politicians, we've got railroad executives, we've got community supporters, and we've got just a whole bunch of people who actually made railroad relocation happen. They're the people that did it.
It talks about the calendars and the My Story and so forth, but we do have to kind of get into their...
Why didn't you bring me?
What you got there?
I have a wonderful remembrance of all the title work that I've done for real estate acquisition for this project in the last 15 years.
Folks, we'd like to
Well, I'm just a warehouse of useless knowledge, but it finally found a space for its use.
Always be little Stewie. I think it's a lot of
Wasn't me.
They like him. I mean, this is really a good sign.
It's just
He likes your kids.
I met her earlier this afternoon.
yes, actually.
That was an involuntary whistle from somewhere.
And as I look back over here, I see Butch. Where have you been? Stand up, please. Please stand up. Well, you certainly haven't been here for a while. We can tell by looking at it. Beverly, keep you out of trouble.
Train was slow, huh?
But the real goal tonight is to have fun and enjoy the company of the people around you and just have a good time here tonight. Our Mace always does a great job. We look forward to having a great meal. And are you going to tell everybody how to do this? So we'll be back after dinner. Thanks.
What an optimist Toby is.
She loves to eat. She absolutely loves to eat. It's really nice to see.
So what are we having, Lisa?
Nice Catholic meal today. Fortunately, they thought of the Catholics, so we're eating fish tonight.
My brother had a woman. He's 86, but he still has one movie.
We get it. I make more money every
After you stand up all day, you deserve to get anything that you can.
Good grub.
Good grub.
The final meal. We have taken care of everybody's needs. We have your beef, we have your fish, and we have your vegetables. And it's all very wonderful. And we have dessert. Yeah, look at the dessert. Zoom in on that dessert.
I'm zoomed in on it.
Oh yes, I haven't tried it yet, but it looks wonderful.
What has the favorite end of the railroads through town drink been tonight?
I would say gin and tonic tonight, actually.
I have to eat on camera.
Yes.
That's a terrible thing to do. Can we talk about her being the belle of the McDonald's? Wonderful.
Why all the spontaneous happiness?
It's wonderful. Finally get to eat.
First thing I think we ought to do is thank Mays. What a great meal. We've had the privilege all day today to have a gentleman with us who is very fond to me. He and his wife, Dr. Will Miller, and he's just an outstanding person. Been around a little bit. Is a great friend, and I know he has some extremely good words of wisdom for us right now. And so, Dr. Will.
Thanks, Dave. Thanks. Thank you, Mayor. Oh, we got a little box here. Well, it finally happened. We got the trains out of here. Isn't that great? Yeah. I have to tell you, the first time I came to Lafayette, this is a true story. Remember this, Sally? I arrived by train. I took the Amtrak from New York City and almost had a stroke when I realized it came downtown under, your train came right down the street. I almost choked when I saw that. Remember that? Isn't that bizarre? I got off, it was bizarre. Did you read your history? I mean, you kind of up on all the history about the railroad relocation from way back when? This shocked me. 150 years ago, did you notice this? The town board made a decision. They had an option to put the... You want me to mug for you? Made a decision, to actually decide whether to put the trains downtown or on the river. Did you know that? And they opted to, I got an idea, let's just put it into the downtown. So on behalf of all of us today, thank you, you knuckleheads. I don't know if you know this, Kevin O'Brien from the Historical Association told me this. Only 2 officials back then spoke against it. One was a gentleman named Obadiah Reilly. I don't know if you know this. He spoke against it. He got up at a board meeting and he was livid and purple and a big vein out of his neck, and he just went, "Don't do it," and they ignored him. The other one was, of course, notable in town, Elijah Heath also spoke against it. He pleaded, and this was a quote, "Think about the traffic and the cars, I beg you." Well, this being 1855, no one knew what the hell he was talking about, so they ignored him as well. You wonder what they're doing now. Actually, as much as we're celebrating, Liz Solberg was weeping. She's out of a job. She's out in the hallway. Yeah, she's happy, but there she is. Isn't she great, Liz? Yeah. Liz has been, she's been with the project since 1947, and began back then. And actually, in the early days, they were trying to think of some ideas that would be cheaper. And of course, Liz was, among those that group was thinking. Liz's first idea was actually, instead of getting rid of the trains, which was an expensive proposition, she said, well, if the real problem with the trains is bottling of the traffic, her first proposal was high-speed trains. In other words, every town would whip through town in excess of 100 miles an hour to get them out of the downtown quickly. They tried this one day, and it raised so much rock and rubble, of course, it broke and shattered windows across the way, so that was rejected. The other was the subway option. Liz proposed that they just simply dig a ditch and put the tracks in there, and then just sort of cover it over with road plates, which I think was a mistake. They should have done that because, according to her calculations, they could have done that for $10,000. I don't know if you know that. With volunteer prison labor. she has some wonderful new options ahead for her. She's going to be involved in some new projects. She is going to be involved in a new program to pave the Wabash, which I think is going to be... Yeah, you know, I have to tell you, from out of town, please, I don't want to offend you, and especially the environmentalists here, but as rivers go, this is not a highly utilitarian river, it just seems to me. It's about, what, a half a mile wide and about a foot deep? Is that pretty much it? You know, you wouldn't even need, if you just poured concrete in there, you'd have the corridor from Fort Wayne to Evansville. Really. Liz turned down a job. She was a part of a new planning commission that intends, I don't know if you know this, we're kind of excited about this, is going to add 13 new fast food restaurants on 26 between 52 and 65, so we're kind of excited about that. The other thing I'm happy to announce is Amtrak has decided to have add 2 more passenger trains in here. There'll be a Tuesday 2 a.m. train to Otterburn, and it's going to be a Thursday 5 a.m. to Crawfordsville, so we're kind of excited about that. The bad news is they have not agreed to a return trip. That's the bad part, so it's kind of a one-way deal that they got going there, okay? And something else here, I thought there was something else here, yeah. Oh, actually, at the risk of embarrassing him, I don't want to do this, but I'm going to anyway. You know, this has been such an emotional project for so many people that, you know, it's been very emotional for all the people. Among them, for example, Mayor Dave Heath is a very, very emotional day. And he in honor of today, wrote a poem, and he didn't intend it to be published, but Kathy gave it to me. And so this is a poem that Dave Heath wrote. It's called, it just has RRR, Railroad Relocation. It's okay. This is a poem by Dave Heath. I've been waiting on the railroad all my livelong day. Yes, I've been waiting on this railroad and not to pass my time away. Can't you hear the whistle blowing so very early in the morning? Can't you, choo-choo? Oh, the railroad, oh, the humanity, God help us. I want to say it's an absolute pleasure to be here in Lafayette. I've been here about 5 years, and I've adjusted to the pace. I'm much more phlegmatic than I was when I first got here. Calmer. I apologize to anyone in the first 5 years who I've offended on the road with my New York driving skills. I apologize for that. It's an absolute delight. I've loved the people here. It's just been a great quality of life, and it's going to be even better now with the railroads out of here. So thank you very much. Thanks a lot. I appreciate it. Thank you. And now it's my pleasure to bring back Mayor Dave Heath. Let's bring him up. David.
Thanks, Will. I'm certainly happy that none of my school teachers are here to know that I could write a poem that bad. God, that's terrible. I want to make sure I don't miss anything here. You know, this afternoon we said thanks to John Myers, Ed Pease, Brian Kearns, and Jim Reilly for their leadership in making this project happen. And thanks also to their very capable staff members that have helped in this project throughout the many years. Let's give them all a big hand. The work of this project has also been carried on by all of you in many different ways. Please take with you the Norfolk Southern spike at your place that was removed from the old tracks last month. It's a small thank you for your very special efforts that contributed so much to our being able to celebrate this great occasion today. I won't list the individual names, but please stand up and wave when I mention your involvement in this remarkable team. Our governmental colleagues who serve in the state legislature and in elected and appointed positions in West Lafayette and Tippecanoe County, please stand. Our railroad corporate partners, Norfolk Southern and CSX Transportation. our friends from the Federal Highway Administration, the Federal Railroad Administration, and the Indiana Department of Transportation. Please stand. The engineers who have designed and been involved in the construction of this project, HNTB Corporation for over 20 years, Kaiser Engineers in the first decade, also URS and Hawkins Environmental. Please stand. The contractors who have built the project with us tonight from Atlas Excavating, Walsh Construction Company of Illinois, and Weddle Brothers. Please stand. And of course, the City of Lafayette officials, the City Council, and the Board of Works. Railroad relocation project managers and staff, past and present. Please stand. And any other city department head who is here tonight, please stand because you've played a vital role in this project. I left my other thing back at the table. No, not a phone. No, just that piece of paper. I don't know if that's it or not. Bring it up here, I'll see.
Yeah, it's verse 2 of his poem.
Yeah, thank you very much. Here we go. Got it. Well, you know, we've talked about a lot of people today, and we've thanked a lot of people today, and I think the people that we really need to thank tonight are people from the railroad relocation staff. They have done an outstanding job. So we have a little gift for them. I need to scoot over. Okay, here they are. Get that top one off. Ramona Lawson, Assistant Project Manager, please come forward and stand right here. Lisa's going to get this out of there because these are... Speaking of breaking things.
Oh my goodness. Oh, it's great. Oh, thank you very much.
And basically,
Dave's going to tell everybody what it says when you read it.
what this says is, well, I have it right here.
Oh, okay.
In sincere appreciation of your contribution to railroad relocation, presented by the citizens of Lafayette, Indiana, April 6, 2001.
Thank you very much.
Patty Payne, Projects Coordinator. Same thing.
Thank you.
It says the exact same thing.
It says Ramona Lawson?
It says Ramona Lawson. No. It actually says Patty Payne. Get up here. Get up, Patty. Take it out of the back. And John, God dang it. Kathy, would you bring my wine up here, please? John Thomas, Assistant Project Manager. John, where is he? And it says the same thing with his name on it.
Thank you very much, Dave.
Thank you.
John.
And Glenda Vanneman, Contracts Coordinator. And I was so happy to see the little article about Glenda in the paper. I found out that you're just a shade older than I am. I'm sure you were so happy to have that in the I'll put this in my pocket. All right.
Thank you.
Now, Liz, would you come up here? Well, you know, Liz is obviously, everybody understands the job that you've done on this project. You've worked hard on it, at it for a long time. This day, really, I had a lady come up to me this afternoon and said, you know, why didn't you say something about Liz Solberg? I said, well, I will later tonight. She goes, okay, I forgive you then. What a great job you've done. Thank you so much. One of the best things I did when I became mayor was keep you to finish this project. And Jim really told me that. He said, yeah, don't get rid of her. You've done a great job. And Kathy, you have a little, this is for
Oh, my goodness. Aren't you too much? Thank you. Oh, thank you so much.
So you could go on and on and on about the staff and how much hard work they've done, and believe me, I could, because they have. It's been great, and I appreciate everything that they have done since I've been involved in this project, and I know Jim does too, because they are the ones who did the day-to-day work to get this job done, and it most certainly is appreciated by me and everyone involved in it. So thank you very much. And I also want to thank all of you here tonight. Community leaders, Chamber of Commerce, numerous organizations, the Hoopla Committee. Yeah. They've outdone themselves, so we're going to have to find something else to do, you know. So what do you say we put the tracks back? What do you think? No. We won't do that. Well, we'll find something for the Hoopla Committee to do, because they've done an outstanding job throughout railroad relocation for many, many years, getting things done to have a good party, so this community understands what railroad relocation is all about. And everybody, and I think that's one of the main reasons that so many people have been involved and excited about railroad relocation, because everybody's been informed, everybody's been involved from start to finish. And believe me, we're at the finish. So this is good. So, again, I could go on and on. Thank all of you that are here tonight, that have been involved in everything that has gone on throughout the day today. And it's been a great evening.
David?
Yes?
Would you yield 2 minutes of time?
Are you going to sing? I didn't.
Can I stand close enough so they can hear me? Okay. Just don't move. I think it'd be a shame if we adjourn this evening without acknowledging the effort that Dave Heath has put in on this project as well. You know, The federal government in recent years has given us a new buzzword or a term that's entered into our vocabulary, and it's called fast track. And I don't think anything says or explains the vision and leadership that Dave Heath has given this project. Nothing does a better job than those words of fast track. Because had he not had that vision to speed things up, to get the project done, it would still be another 3 or 4 years before we would be gathering here tonight to celebrate what we're celebrating today. And so we want to also give you, in recognition of your leadership, Dave, a replica of the diesel engine that pulled the last cars through town today. And it says, Mayor Dave Heath, in sincere appreciation of your contribution to railroad relocation presented by the citizens of Lafayette on this date, April 6, 2001.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Please, don't do that. Unless you're getting ready to leave. Well, thank you. And, a lot of people did a lot of work on this project. I was fortunate enough to be able to come in and get it finished, and I think we're all happy to see that happen. So thank you all so much for everything that you have done. And I don't know, what are we going to do next?
Golf.
Play golf. There we go. It's getting warm outside. Thank you all so much for everything that you've done. Thank you. Good night.